Have you ever wondered why you might feel a strong pull towards someone? Perhaps you find yourself frequently checking in, reaching out, or experiencing a sense of unease. While these feelings might seem like love, sometimes it could be that there is a certain need within us that we're trying to fill. In psychology, this is often referred to as a hole of deficiency. In relationships, I often find myself wanting constant reassurance. I might wonder if I am truly loved, or if I might be left alone, or if I am the only one they see. Even a slight hint of distance from the other person can feel as though my world is collapsing. Perhaps these intense feelings are coming more from a place of fear rather than love. Sometimes we might find ourselves caring for others a bit too much. We might frequently check if they've eaten, slept well, or where they are. Even if the other person seems to feel a bit burdened by this, it can be hard to stop. Perhaps this isn't truly an expression of love, but rather a reflection of an unmet need within ourselves. In psychology, there's a concept known as the hole of deficiency. It suggests that unmet love and attention from our early years might leave a void within us. We often spend our lives trying to fill this space. However, it can sometimes feel like it's never quite enough. Today, we'll gently explore what that sense of lack might be within you, how it could be influencing your relationships, and how to approach and understand that feeling. A feeling of inadequacy often begins in childhood. This can happen when parents were busy, unwell, or struggled to express their emotions. They might have found it hard to offer enough love. A child may internalize this experience, leading to a feeling they aren't worthy of love. Some children experience their parents' arguments as they grow up. Seeing their mother and father argue, they might wonder if it's somehow their fault. They may think, if only I were a bit better or listened more, they might not fight. Such a child might try to gain love by making sacrifices for others. Some children may experience love that feels conditional. They might only get praise when they do well, or when they are obedient, or when they achieve success. From this, a child can learn that they might not be loved just for being themselves. They might feel their worth comes only from what they accomplish. This kind of unfulfilled love can sometimes feel like a void in one's heart. It's an invisible space, yet one that undeniably exists. As that individual grows into adulthood, they may continue to seek ways to fill this feeling, perhaps through connections with partners, friends, or even in their professional life. It seems that even as adults, some of us might find ourselves seeking affection in familiar ways. This could involve being overly attentive to others, constantly seeking reassurance, or even making personal sacrifices to feel loved. It's as if certain patterns from our earlier years continue to play out in our lives. If you feel a deep sense of something missing, you may become overly reliant on others. The other person can feel like your whole world, and you might feel you can't live without them. Even a small change in their expression can trigger feelings of anxiety, and if there's a slight lack of contact, you might fear being abandoned. Initially, this attention can feel like love. You might think, they truly like me. But over time, it can become overwhelming. You may feel suffocated, a loss of freedom, or that you're constantly watched. When someone experiences a feeling of lack, they might tend to view love as a form of exchange. This can manifest as a thought that says, I've done so much for you, so you should do this much for me in return. Or, I've loved you to this extent, so I expect the same amount of love back. In such instances, love can start to feel like a calculated equation. Sometimes, when we don't meet another person's expectations, they might express feelings of disappointment. They could become upset, withdraw, or perhaps feel like they're being unfairly treated. It's often expressed as, I've put in so much effort, so why can't you do this for me? We might then come to realize that this dynamic feels less like an exchange of love and more like a set of expectations. Ultimately, relationships may face challenges. the other person might grow weary and depart. This can lead the one who feels a lack to reaffirm a difficult belief. They might feel, "Perhaps I cannot be loved," and a sense of being left behind might emerge. This feeling of emptiness can grow deeper. On the other hand, some individuals tend to avoid forming close relationships. They might feel afraid of getting too close. This can stem from a fear that if they are loved, they might eventually be left behind, leading them to put up a wall as a precaution. When someone tries to get closer, they may push them away, and if intimacy seems to develop, they might tend to withdraw. This might feel like a void, a sense of something missing. Sometimes past painful experiences can be so impactful that to protect ourselves, we might avoid forming new relationships. While expressing comfort in solitude, we might also feel a sense of loneliness. A sense of lacking, or a gap we feel inside, can sometimes impact our relationships in various ways. This might appear as excessive attachment, avoidance, or even conditional affection. When that gap is present, it can feel challenging to build truly healthy connections. So, how might we approach this inner sense of lacking? The first step is to recognize that there might be a void within us, a sense of something unfulfilled. It's about acknowledging that certain patterns we notice in our relationships might actually stem from experiences or sensitivities from our childhood. Secondly, it's about gently exploring those feelings of hurt. Perhaps you remember things that happened in your childhood, or perhaps you didn't feel fully loved, or certain words that were shared with you. It can feel painful, but it's important to face them. If we keep avoiding them, those feelings could become much deeper. The third approach is to reparent yourself. It means speaking to your younger self, providing the encouragement your parents couldn't give. You are worthy of love. You are enough, exactly as you are. It wasn't your fault. Become that supportive parent for yourself. The fourth point is about not expecting others to fill your personal void. Your partner cannot fill that space for you. Neither can friends, nor parents, nor anyone else really. That particular space can only truly be filled by you. The fifth step is about learning to set boundaries. Love isn't meant to be self-sacrifice. It means being able to care for someone else while also protecting your own well-being. When you prioritize someone else to the point of losing yourself, it might not be love, but rather codependency. Sixth, consider seeking professional help. If you're dealing with feelings that are difficult to manage alone, a counselor or a psychotherapist can offer valuable support. A sense of emptiness or unmet needs can sometimes feel too deep to fully address on your own. Filling a void doesn't happen quickly. It can take several years. Some days it might feel completely filled, while on other days it may seem empty again. And that's perfectly okay. This is a process. A feeling of emptiness may not entirely fade away. However, you can live even with that void. You simply need to acknowledge its presence, learn how to manage it, and find a way to live alongside it. It's perfectly fine not to be perfect. Experiencing a sense of emptiness within you isn't your fault. These feelings often develop from our early childhood experiences. But now, as an adult, you have the opportunity to make a choice. Will you let that emptiness control your path, or will you discover a way to live alongside it? The person who truly loves you isn't someone who tries to fill what they perceive as your missing parts. Instead, it's someone who understands your vulnerabilities and accepts you completely, just as you are. And to find that kind of connection, it's essential that you first embrace and accept yourself. The attachment, anxiety, and fear you might feel in relationships today, it's not because something is wrong with you. You might simply be seeking love that felt unfulfilled in your childhood. Now, acknowledge that longing and begin to fulfill it within yourself. A sense of lacking doesn't define who you are. Even if you feel there's a part missing, you are worthy of love and happiness. It's time to recognize that inherent worth within yourself. You are truly enough. You are enough exactly as you are.